Hi, I'm Melissa Virtue, and welcome to Alchemist of Dreams. I am here to talk about different types of dreams that I've had people sharing with me over the years, that I've experienced and other people have experienced. And I am doing some research, the last bit of research for a book that I'm writing to help people with dreams, dream interpretation, plus these specific certain types of dreams: hypnagogic, hypnopompic, sleep paralysis, nightmares, lucid dreaming, prophetic dreams, past life dreams, all of those types of dreams. There's so many types of dreams. There's also another type of state of dreaming called liminal dream time. Now, there is science that I've researched, and I'm fusing that with the rest of everything. We're not just mental beings, we are energetic, we are light, we are spirit. So the spiritual and the scientific, they go together. They actually meld together. You can't truly have one without the other. So, in my belief system. And I've heard many scientists say this and spiritualists say this and whatever. You can do what works for you and leave the rest. But so there are hypnagogic dreams. They are different than sleep paralysis dreams. And I know that this gets really confused, and so I'm just going to talk for a moment about a couple of these. So nightmares, let's start with that. Nightmares are those dreams that hold fear states of being for us. Nightmares can truly be anything. Now, since we don't have a whole lot of time, and I'm not going to spend a lot of time on this, I'm just going to say in general, that's the surface of nightmares, is that it holds our fears and brings in fears of mental, emotional, physical states of being, okay, and even spiritual. Now, hypnagogic dreams are those dreams, that term means hallucination, okay, in a general sense. It means hallucination. So as you're falling asleep, it's hypnagogic when you are having a vision, okay, but this is a little bit different than liminal, okay, state of being. And so I'm going to just define these very briefly as I can right now. But as you're falling asleep, you have these interesting, what some would term as hallucinations, okay, visions. Now, if you have these hallucination or visions upon awakening from your sleep, that would be hypnopompic. Okay, and it's not really important that we know all the terms. It's just a way to help us identify what is going on. Now, with liminal state of being, that is that state between sleep and wake. It's very lucid, it's very liminal, it's like twilight in the morning and at night. It's like the first rays of sun coming up in the morning just before dawn. It's like the last bits of light just before the sun sets. So this is just that thin place between awake and asleep time. Okay, so wake and dreaming. And in this place, many scientists, artists, and business people, many people have had very profound information that they've received during this state of what we would term a dream, okay? And so it's a positive feeling. It's sometimes a resolution or profound information we receive. It's really powerful. Now, it can even be the secrets of the universe being revealed to us at that time. It can be really important to whatever you're seeking or whatever you need to know at that time. Now, the difference between liminal state of being and dreaming compared to a hypnagogic state of being. So it's a type of state of being in dream time or before dreams or in that place, that liminal state, but you're falling asleep even deeper, is usually accompanied by sleep paralysis. It is not sleep paralysis. okay? But there can be hallucinations or visions, or it has an uncomfortable feeling sometimes. And I'm not going to reveal everything right now because, like I said, there's a lot of detail to it. I've done a lot of research. There's a lot of theory I have behind some of these things and techniques I'm developing for my book. And so after I explain these, I'm going to invite you to share your story with me. If you've had one of these types of dreams, I would love for you to email me at melissa@alchemistofdreams.com. And I would love to hear your experience, okay, if you've had one of these types of dreams and what your experience was or continues to be. Now, in a hypnagogic dream, or hypnopompic, so hypnagogic, falling asleep, hypnopompic, awakening, okay, in those places, you have more of an uncomfortable visitation feeling of someone visiting you, or, now I'm not talking about a passed over loved one, I'm talking about someone unknown, or you have a feeling of being watched, or perhaps it's more of a I don't want to say negative state of being, but the energy is a little bit different than this profound information coming, okay? And it can even be one of those places where you're not sure what you're seeing, or it's strange, or, you know, kind of this murky thing. Now, what can happen with a hypnagogic, as you're falling asleep type of dream, is it can easily meld into or go through this place where it becomes and transforms into sleep paralysis. And a lot of people don't like talking about this subject because they're very uncomfortable. They want everything to be happy and positive and good, and it can be. And that's why I want to talk about this, because you can heal this. And in stronger terms, you can beat this. You can awaken from this. You can will yourself to awaken from sleep paralysis. It is terrifying for people when they have sleep paralysis. So basically, the accompanying signs would be you can't move, hence the word sleep paralysis. You're asleep, perhaps your eyes are open, or you feel like you're awake, but you cannot move. That's the biggest clue. It is usually accompanied by tremendous fear, terror, you're frightened, or very uncomfortable, and even a feeling of someone watching you, okay? It very often, 90% of the time that I found in my research, it is accompanied by a feeling of someone holding you down, whether on your chest, on your back, on a certain part of your body, or a suppressing feeling that someone's holding you and you cannot move. It can also be a feeling that you're drawn to something in the room and you feel very uncomfortable and you're very scared, but you can't move. Most times when people awaken from these sleep paralysis dreams, they feel like someone is still watching them, because in the dream they feel like they're being watched most of the time. Now, everybody's are slightly different, but there is a very common thread running through them. In fact, several common threads that go through this type of dream state. And I have my theories, and right now I'm just going to call it a dream state. But if you have had sleep paralysis, I would love to hear from you. If you've had hypnagogic, hypnopompic, liminal state of being. Now remember, liminal is opposite. It's really powerful and uplifting and wonderful. Nightmare is also different. Now, a lot of people would term sleep paralysis as a nightmare. But nightmare is a little bit different in the form that they are truly dreams and showing us our fears, and they can help us heal from those fears. Sleep paralysis has a little bit different feeling here, and so that's some of what I'll talk about in my book. But also, those of you who have had any of these types of dreams, I'm happy to offer feedback to you if you like, if you will share your story, if that's something you feel comfortable with. But again, you can email me at melissa@alchemistofdreams.com. And remember, anything that you have like this sleep paralysis, most people, how they get out of it is they will themselves with tremendous willpower to move. And once they've moved from that feeling of being able to not move, right, paralysis, once they will themselves with all of their being to move, they can physically move, and they have this intake of oxygen, and they suddenly are what we would term awake, and have pulled themselves out of it. There are several ways that we can do this, and I say this as a people, as a being, as a race of beings. Okay, so humankind. There are ways that we can heal this and not have this, and so that's what I'm here to talk about. If you've had really positive liminal states of being dream, or I should say that liminal state of being experience, I would love to hear about it. Those are so uplifting and positive and exciting. They are usually not mundane. And sometimes the dreamer awakens feeling like, what was that? Why do I have that profound piece of information? And many people, such as the artist Dali and even Albert Einstein, I believe, and Thomas Edison and some other people, willed themselves to have liminal states of being dreams or liminal states of being experiences. And of course, you can have one. There are tools and techniques you can use to bring forward that experience for yourself, as you can all types of dreams. And you would wonder why someone would want to bring forth a sleep paralysis type of dream, but it can be done. You can choose to have one, and that would be to prove to yourself you can beat it, you can be stronger than it, you can conquer it. That would be one reason why. Some people want to bring forward a dress rehearsal dream, which I love, they're fun, but they're also very helpful in healing. Some people want to bring forward a past life dream to receive information of what they need to know now and their gifts of now. So there are all types of dreams that we can have. And again, I welcome you to share your experiences with me. I am doing some last bits of research in these types of dreams. If you would please email me at melissa@alchemistofdreams.com, I would greatly appreciate it. And anything else you want to share, I would appreciate thoughts, concerns, questions. I welcome it. So many blessings to you, and as always, happy, blessed dreams.